All right, just wanted to make a quick update on a MSTR trade I made. I also kind of want to give some updates on the Bitcoin trades that I gave yesterday. They seem to work out all right. So first thing we're going to go over the MSTR trade. And I also want to go over some stuff about options, how I can kind of view these, cheap or expensive options, they normally call them. Now, I'm not an option wizard guy, so don't take what I have to say for gospel, but just some simple TA here. We've been talking about ranges a lot. We have this kind of volume here, and then we have the lower edge of where it kind of tapers off, and then obviously you get all these lows that were made around there. So I was checking the chart, and I was like, wow, so we're kind of bouncing near support. I mean, we obviously have like this big consolidation triangle kind of TA meme. Um, does it, they say compression leads to expansion. Does it actually expand? Sometimes. Sometimes um, we get the classic like meme triangle. It'll do this, and then you just keep chopping, and then it goes whoop, and then it just. So I don't really trade these types of things, but what you can see is volatility is contracting. I can just visualize it from the chart, especially over here on the 4 hour. I mean, look at the average candle range compared to over here, even over here, it's really compressing. So that was the first thing that caught my eye. We're near the low of the range, volatility is compressing, and I started looking at the options, and a lot of the calls were really cheap because of that. Now, why were they really cheap? Well, they're really cheap because when implied volatility goes down, options get cheaper. And why is that? Well, if implied volatility is really low, you have a less expected chance that a far out of the money option is going to be in the money. If volatility is going like this and you have a four, let's say like a 480 strike, it's not going to be as expensive if the stock is moving like this because, well, if it's moving like crazy, there's more probability that your strike could get hit and the option would be exercised. So let's look at implied volatility now. I mean, you can just see it right off the bat. This is the 1 year. It is absolutely tanking um, on basically every time frame. The 2 week is kind of curving up, um, but it has absolutely been obliterated. Very low um, implied volatility. Very low implied volatility means cheaper calls, and I kind of like the stock. Just has a good fan base around it. It's a Bitcoin beta play, so that's why I took the option. Um, I bought a call. We'll see how it goes. I think I have the 400 strike up here. You can kind of tell we built again range on range. You know how you guys trade. This high volume node up here, so not trying to be anything cute. If we get a massive move, to the other side like here, and it kind of tapers off, I'll probably just exercise it. But that's kind of my plan for MSTR. And again, implied volatility, you can look at falling off an absolute cliff. Like seriously, guys. Even historical, look at historical volatility, also crushed. 10-day and 30-day, also crushed. Um, so yeah, let's see the 2 week here. Yeah. So that's what I was looking at on the option side for that trade. Let's go over here to Bitcoin. Um, I remember we were talking about this single print trade. Did end up working out, but you didn't get much for it, and you'd have to be fast. Let's pull up the maybe 1 minute here. Yeah, I mean, there it was. Right here, this single print fill. I mean, so we were talking about it. The first rejection, normally pretty good for a short, and you got that, but you didn't get a lot of meat. And that's right off the daily open. That was actually a great trade right there. the daily open, you normally get some good wicks that are kind of mean reverting. So was there much meat on it? Yeah, maybe 0.5%, so not a lot. This one even less meat, but it is a high hit rate for me. Um, so I would probably literally we come up here, I would just start market buying in. Basically, I don't want it to come back within this structure, so I'm just kind of aping and buying the top, you could say, just kind of betting that's going to continue. I would probably get out on the second push, maybe 50% and 50% on the other push. Not being cute, definitely not going to hold it, thinking, hey, it's going to go up to the top of the range or anything cute like that. These are really pretty fast trades, especially those single print ones. So let's delete that. Okay. So now, what else are we talking about? These ranges. I mean, you guys could tell. Look at where we rejected. Top of the range. It looks like we built up a bunch of open interest as well. So a bunch of longs came in. Let's put it down to the 30-minute. Bunch of longs came in. Looks like they got soaked and then they got wrecked. And kind of rinse repeat. Let me delete this. That's why I love these range plays. And again, you want like the beautiful play is to short it here and then just you have the hero trade where it goes all the way to the lows and you're like, wow. But mostly, I take it here. I'm going just for the meat of the move right in the middle of the range. One, you end up paying a bunch of funding if you hold it for a while. Two, it's so choppy right now. It's not really a big moving environment. So just some kind of extra stuff I take into account on trades like these. But I mean, those were basically the two trades I would have taken today. I wasn't at the desk sadly today, but yeah. I mean, this one here, you could just see we've ramped right into it, which is what you want to see. You want to go fast into a level. If it was kind of grinding like this, um, it's what you don't want to see. It's normally more healthy price action. This kind of fast moving, call it imbalanced, um, normally gets reversed. All right, let's look at the TPO. Not much has changed. Um, yeah, just a lot of overlap with everything. So I'm not watching Bitcoin too much. I mean, I'm basically just setting alerts on the range and stepping away for the day mostly. I'm more interested in probably trading stocks right now, just because yeah, Bitcoin's just been so dead. All right, I think that was it. I went over kind of the Bitcoin trades. I went over the MSTR call that I did. See how it pans out. I think it's March 14th. That's expiring, so I got a while. But guys, got any questions? Throw them in the comments. All right, thanks.